Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So yeah, we're back at Nords again. This time we are in the GT3 Porsche Cup car. I've done a few laps. My fastest is a 6:51. Funny story really, I did a few practice laps first thing this morning and thought I was just driving the regular GT3. Didn't really understand why the ABS wasn't working or why the traction control wasn't working. It wasn't until I logged into this session and realised that I was driving the cup car. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull over. We're going to let the guys go on by from behind. I'm not interested in going for it at the start. We'll let them all go up front and crash into each other. Not in the top split. This is one of the middle splits, 2.4k strength of field. We're going to try and keep it clean. Try and gain some I rating. I've not quite made 2-3 yet, but obviously as anybody who's watching knows, I'm going for the 2.5k by the end of the season. So we're just going to cruise around at the back for a bit, find our feet and see what happens with the rest of the field up front. I'm running the brake bias slightly further back because I found the front end locks up too much otherwise. We've already had exits caused.
Green flag, green flag.
We'll let them go. Because chances are they're going to hate each other now and go again. So, we'll see. So, anybody that knows the Porsche Cup car knows it's quite understeery, very tail happy. Literally, Porsche does Porsche things, and this will tell you all about it. Not a bad car to drive overall, though, if you've got the idea of how it likes to be driven. Not too heavy on the brakes, not too heavy with the throttle, and you should be okay. But with this, not only is it you versus the track, it's you versus the car on the track. The car is quite a handful. But we're going to head after Masato and see if we can keep up with him, if not pass him. Looks like he's picked up some damage, unfortunately. It's not hard round here in this car. One mistake and the car's gone and you're off the track into a wall. Possibly picking up another car.
Car stopped ahead. Car stopped ahead. Go to the top.
Bad place to stop there. But he did the right thing, he held his brakes, waited for everybody to get by. This is quite a bad corner with this car if you don't get it right. Needs to be patient.
Car stopped on the left. slow car on the left. Go to the top.
I'm not too sure whether to stay in 5th gear up through here or use 6th. It does pull up in 6th gear, but not quite as quick as it does in 5th.
You got a slow car on the left.
Just need to be patient here. I'm not going to force myself past them unless they open the door and let me through. I'd rather wait until the Dottinger, just because it's a better place to pass, and with the car being slightly unpredictable, it makes more sense to wait. Need to be really careful on the curbs with this car also. Got a tendency to just spit you out. And obviously we don't want X's if we can help it. This car does respond very well to a little dab of brakes mid corner to help it turn. Bit of trail braking maybe on entry, sorry. Just to help bring the front end round.
Right side.
But you see there what I mean about the Dottinger. It's much easier to pass down here and use the draft than it is to try and force your way through in a corner they don't want to let you by. You can end up ruining your own race and theirs at the same time. It's really not worth the hassle. So we've gone from last to 17th. More smoke, never a good sign. Knowing for a fact that you can't jump on the brakes and stop the car. It's quite a scary prospect thinking you have to, or you're going to have to at some point. I expected a few more crashes, I'm not gonna lie. Didn't really want to lose I rating, but I'd rather lose I rating than safety, I guess, a little bit anyway. That was the wrong gear, Rob. Hoping to try and put a bit of pressure on David in front. Or Davide, I think his name is. I don't know if that was down to the pressure I was causing or he just mislined it there. It was quite out of shape going into that corner for him. But we'll take the place regardless. Try and move on to Guido. Oh. Trying to apply a bit of pressure to Guido in front. I think he might crack. I just don't want to do it in a very tight area of the track because it could end up costing us as well if he bounces back on track after the mistake. But he's really struggling with that car, as it shows. I really didn't want the guys behind to catch back up. We managed to pull away from them. But he seems to be really struggling with his car. Try and get into his draft now and slipstream him down here. Give him plenty of room as he's a bit weavy and a bit wobbly. I don't know what else because he's got steering issues or what. But we're going to take him. Try and get him move on now. He did slow us down a little bit through there.
White flag next time I have a stripe.
Hopefully he'll hold the guy up behind him. Give us a chance to get away.
Holy 299.
See if we can get after Nicholas now and catch up with Nicholas. We are gaining. We're also dropping Guido.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left. You got a full car on the left, car stopped ahead, go to the top.
Okay, another freebie. Take him where I can. No, that wasn't a freebie, that was an overtake, but he did make a massive mistake in the carousel there. Managed to get himself tipped out of it, which is never good round here. You want to use the carousels for what they are. Literally they're a banking, so it's a way of carrying more speed through the corner than it would be with flat. That wasn't a 1X, thankfully. I thought it might have been, being that off track, but it says no, so I'm gonna accept the answer I'm given. Not quite close enough to the car in front for a draft, unfortunately, but that's P15 anyway. I don't know whether that's plus or minus I rating. According to Race Labs, it's minus. We could be a fair bit higher, to be honest, looking at that. So that's 3 laps of Nords in the GT3 Cup car Porsche. Not my finest racing around here, but I'll take it nonetheless because it is the Cup car and it is a handful to drive. Hopefully you guys like what you saw. Feel free to drop a comment in the comments underneath the video if there's anything I can help you with, driving a car or such forth. If there's anything you want to see besides me riding around Nords in all the cars they're throwing up this season, let me know. But thoroughly enjoyed this race. I did finish P13, so I gained 9 I rating. It was clean, so that's a 0X, so that's a good amount of safety. And yeah, hopefully you all like what you saw, and feel free to join me next week. I believe it's TCRs, which I actually thought was this week, but actually ended up being next week. So we've got TCRs next week round here, so feel free to join me. And if you want me to drive a certain TCR, just chuck a comment under this video and I'll read it and get back to you. Other than that, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks very much, and bye bye.